Begin with a safety alert this morning and surveillance video police want you to see. It shows an attempted abduction in Fort Lauderdale. You see a woman walking, then suddenly she is attacked by a man. CBS 4's Keith Jones is live in Fort Lauderdale with more of that surveillance video and what police need you to know. Keith, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Maribel. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale police have been working on this for about a month now, but they've hit a roadblock and now they need your help. To give you an idea where we are, Cheesecake Factory is on one side of the block. We are on the north side of Los Olas, and the 600 block, the 500 block being over here. This is where the assault happened. High foot traffic area, high car volume area, so there's a lot of people around. But you go just a couple yards north of Los Olas here in this block in the construction area, and it becomes darker, almost dangerous.
Wow, that's scary.
It does worry me that he's still on the loose.
Women on Los Olas Boulevard are worried, and they have good reason to be. Just before 6 a.m. back on Thursday, September 9th, Fort Lauderdale police say this predator, still on the loose, was caught on surveillance cameras seeking out his prey. This unsuspecting woman, dressed in all black and white sneakers and carrying a backpack, completely unaware she was being followed. Her stalker closing the distance as he breaks into a light jog. A frightening scene, and precisely why these women say they always make sure they're not alone when the sun is down.
They also try to take, more public areas. Like I probably wouldn't walk through there.
I'm never alone at night because I know it gets dangerous sometimes, especially in this area.
The unaware woman making her way through this alley next to a construction site near the 500 block of East Los Olas Boulevard. The attacker finally catching up to his unsuspecting victim. Police describe what happened next, and it's disturbing.
He runs up behind her and grabs her. He chokes her, throws her to the ground, and starts to fight with her. She attempts to call for help, kind of fight back. He tries to grab her legs.
Luckily, a good Samaritan nearby saw what was happening. Thwarting a potential heinous crime, the attacker retreating to his bicycle before taking off on two wheels. Police describe him as a tall black male in his 30s with short hair, wearing no shirt, just dark pants and white sneakers. Police are fearful he may have attacked before or could strike again, prompting this woman to reconsider defending herself.
I will think about it, about taking more precautions and maybe having something to protect myself in my purse all the time.
Again, this is a high traffic area, foot traffic, car volume as well. Somebody saw something, somebody may recognize this guy. If you do, police would love to hear from you. Live in Fort Lauderdale, Keith Jones, CBS 4 this morning.
The Sony brought.
Okay, this is what's happening. Now, if this is happening, to white women, but let me just start off by saying good morning. And just want to under the Copyright Act of 1976. Any and all information, tips to balance of fair use. And this is for teaching or education or sharing. Now, this is what's going on here. This young lady, she made a lot of mistakes. She made quite a bit of mistakes. She went walking in a dark alley, next to a construction site. So it's pretty clear that she was just not cognizant in any way to speak of. So she's walking in this dark alley. And could have been kidnapped. She's wearing all black. That's another problem.
Begin with a safety alert this morning and surveillance video police want you to see. It shows an attempted abduction in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh dear, sorry about that.
And suddenly she is attacked by
So
a
just
man.
showing it again.
Keith Jones is live in Fort Lauderdale with more of that surveillance video and what police need you to know.
Because I want y'all to see where she made her mistakes.
Hey, good morning, Maribel. Yeah, Fort Lauderdale police have been working on this for about a month now, but they've hit a roadblock and now they need your help. To give you an idea where we are, Cheesecake Factory is on one side of the block. We are on the north side of Los Olas, and the 600 block, the 500 block.
I'm going to speed this up a little bit. She's walking in that dark alley.
This unsuspecting woman dressed in all black and white sneakers.
Now you see where she's walking. She's dressed in all black. That's a no-no right there. She's walking in that dark alley there that's next to a construction site. So that's definitely not something you want to do.
She was being followed.
She didn't check her surroundings. That's her right there in the all black enclosed alley next to a construction site. And this is at night. This is not the mistakes you want to make, ladies. This is the easiest way to get kidnapped, raped, trafficked, murdered, the whole 9 yards. This is the quickest way for it to go down. She didn't touch. I say do the 360. What is the 360? You look around. You check your surroundings. You want to see what's in front of you, both sides of you, and behind you. These are the things you want to be able to do. And this is how we get it going. You be aware of your surroundings. You have to do that because, see, when you're doing that 360, when you stop and you're looking around you, who's ever watching you gets to see that you're actually aware of your surroundings. So I put up on the clock. See, like I said, what time is it? We have to know and understand what time it is. So she's walking through that dark alley. She's wearing all black. She can't be seen. She's next to a construction site. I can't think of anything more dangerous. Ladies, if you're walking at night, you want to stick to well-lit areas that have a lot of activity, that are busy. You don't walk off like this by yourself. You stay away from alleys, dark parking lots, and for goodness sake, an alley next to a construction site? No, you want to avoid that type of stuff at all costs and then some. Because you can find yourself in more trouble than you know what to do with. And that could just make a very high probability of being abducted. And when you're doing that 360 swivel, ladies, you want to have something in your hand. You know, something you could use to strike. Like this, for instance, this tactical flashlight. You can get 3 of these at Costco's for $20. And as you can see, they're very bright. You can light up wherever you're going. They have strobe light effect, the whole 9 yards. And you can also use it as a strike. You have it in your fist. When you're doing your 360, when you're looking around you, turn the flashlight on, especially at night. And you can look around you. So if you have to fight, you could do hammer strikes. Hammer strikes with this. To the face, everything. This is heavy duty. You get these 3 for $20 at Costco's. Sam Clubs have their brands too. They don't look like this, but these are more heavy duty. Theirs are pretty good too. But these tactical lights is what you want to work with, because you could grip it. And then when you have to punch, when you have to hit your assailant, you have this in your hand. You could do hammer strikes. Bam, 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 You could do those hammer strikes. So it's called they're also looked upon as weapon lights. Because those lights are so bright, you shine them in somebody's face, they're not going to be able to see. And they'll give you a chance to pepper spray them and get away to safety. Because we need to understand, we as black women, we are behind enemy lines. I'm just going to say it. And it is high time. It is high time we know it. We are behind enemy lines. That means we don't have no backup. There's nobody looking out for us, sing about us, or anything. We are on our own out here. People will sit there and pull out their cell phones and they'll record. You got folks that won't even dial 911 to come and assist. We got to be our own police department. We got to be our own fire department. We have to be our own everything. We have to. Otherwise, it's up the creek for us. No, we are behind enemy lines. Yes, we are. We're in a world, we're in a country where we are hated, despised, and targeted, and most importantly, unprotected. Okay? So all of what I just said there is a result of being behind enemy lines. We're behind enemy lines, and every step we take, we gotta look out for landmines. We gotta look out for everybody. We gotta watch out for the race soldiers. We have to be on the lookout for white supremacist people or whatever, the Karens, the Beckys, the Kens, and the Jaquans and the Jeromes and the Leroys, the Pookies, the Ray Rays. Hell, you even got women that will set you up. That's a whole nother video, which I will be doing, talking about that more in depth. So we have to strengthen our sisterhood, and we need to include those who are like-minded, understand what the movement is all about, because this is a movement. This is a movement. Okay, I started this over 7 years ago. This is a movement. We have to make this a movement for us. Nobody is coming out protesting for us. They don't want to say our name. Hell, they don't even want to call the police. They'll sit there and watch you get killed. A woman was just raped on a train. On the subway train in New York, was raped. People on the train stood by and watched. Didn't do anything. They just sat by there and watched that woman get raped. And that was like a couple of days ago, if that. And they just sit there and watched it. Nobody came to the woman's aid. Nobody came to help to do diddly squat. Didn't do anything. They just sat there and watched her be violated. They sat there and just watched her get raped. And nobody lifted a finger to assist. It was only when the train stopped and there were people getting on the train that saw what was going on and helped her. But the people who was on the train didn't do a doggone thing. Nope, didn't do anything at all. They just sat there and just watched. This is what being behind enemy lines is, sisters. This is what it is. And this is what it means to be behind enemy lines, where people will watch you be raped, assaulted, beaten up, even murdered. Won't never matter that they won't say anything or try to intervene. They won't even call the police. But what they'll do, they'll take that trauma, that traumatic experience, they will take the violation and they'll record it for their own entertainment. This is what's going on behind enemy lines. We need to know and understand that. We're scolded for the way we look, but white women can nigger fish our parents, our progeny, and make millions of dollars. They're wearing braids, bantu knots, twists, everything, and claim that it's theirs. And everybody is celebrating them for stealing our identity. Because this is identity theft. When they sit up here and steal our appearance Our appearance, that's our identity. That's who we are. And they're committing identity theft. We are behind enemy lines. That is one of the biggest consequences of being a black woman unprotected. It's the biggest thing here. We're right behind enemy lines like a big dog. I say it all the time. The reason why I say we can't leave nothing to chance, and the reason why I keep repeating that, because it's a fact. We can't leave nothing to chance. We cannot. We can't dismiss if any rumors you hear, like the neo-Nazis, underground group that's probably killing off black women. People say, oh, that's an urban legend. Let me tell you something. Us as black women who are unprotected, there is nothing urban and nothing legend about it. We can't take this stuff lightly. We can't. Our lives depend on us being our own security, being our own protector. It is totally on us. And we have to do it. And if we don't defend ourselves, we'll be wiped out. We'll be wiped out. We'll be in bad shape. There's a whole plethora of weapons that you can use and make, but nobody is given any squat about black women. And by God, please don't be a single mother. They treat you like you're the doggone Antichrist. That's what they're doing. We don't have time to be leaving nothing to chance here. This is what's going on. This is what we're dealing with. We have to take a stand. Who cares if they call us an angry black woman? So what? They've been calling us that and then so for the last 500 years. We're not going to let that be that's going to be the driving force of offending us. No way. We're not about to do that. But what we need to do and be about it is having each other's backs in self-defense and be able to band together and attack those who are attacking us. We have to be prepared, ladies. We have to be prepared. There's nothing else to wait on here. We have to have each other's back. Nobody else is going to have it. There's no quid pro quo with us. That's a legal Latin term. Basically, you scratch my back and I scratch yours. We're going to have to do that among ourselves. And we need to have our movement going. And be silent about it. But let it grow in numbers. We're only going to make our voices known is when it's in the right form and when it's erected. So this is what it is. We gotta watch it. We have to just check everything before we leave the house. Just like we give our kids to talk about the police, we have that talk every day of our lives as black women. Cops don't want to do anything. They won't even come out. And it's just outrageous that a group of women could be that hated, but nevertheless, here we are. Yeah, that's just where we're at. If we don't be our own defenders, we're not going to make it, ladies. If we don't be our own protectors, we're not going to make it. Got to start carrying weapons. You just have to do it. We have to do it. We see a sister under attack, we need to ban in with alarms and everybody be calling 911, blowing up their phones. It's more, believable too. We're gonna have to work this out without regards to anybody else. They want to call us angry black women, they can flip off. We don't care about some white entitled broad Karen and her cousin Becky. No. We're not doing that. I'm not going for it. We're not going for it. We can't afford to go for it. We're the only group of women that can't even turn to nobody for help. We don't even have the black community. The black community, the black church sold us out. But they want women to be pen pals to these dudes in prison and then let the guys parole to their house and wreck their lives. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. We're not even going to think about doing that. We have to be for ourselves, ladies. I just want to put this up. So when you're out there walking, please look around, because you're being watched. And they look for people they look for, the element of surprise is 90% of what turns a person into a victim. They catch you slipping. You're off in a whole nother world. But if they see you looking around, they see you stopping and checking you over your shoulders, looking around, when they see that, changes the scheme of things. We can't afford it playing around. We gotta look at this realistically. We have a demographic, black men, who will watch you be harmed and beat up, killed. This is what we got going on here. We got to create our own. We got to have our own protection. We need to form little groups in your neighborhoods and then have a national database. We can contact each other. It's too much going on at this point in time for us not to do that. This girl walked in the alley, a dark alley, next to a construction site. Don't know what she was thinking. It's just terrible all the way. We're not doing it. We work too hard. We try to live our lives, do what's best for us, and think some jab ass think they could just come along and take who we are from us. I don't think so. No. We're not doing none of that. And we're not giving a horse's patoot what they think or feel about it. Don't care. So if you like this video, please hit the share and that subscribe button. And please, when you click on the notifications, then you'll know when I done upload another video. So this is where it's at, ladies. And it's not getting any better. It is not getting any better. And we're putting up with stuff that's been taken. There had no white boys out there with sledgehammers and shit. They out there doing their thing. We got these race soldiers. We got everybody. Everybody's gunning for us. What are we gonna do? Folks out here, stockpiling whatever weapons they can. We know if something happens to us. I knew a lady just called the police. Neighbors banging on her doors, cursing and screaming at her. They said they're not coming. And so you have to understand something, ladies. The reason why I'm bringing so much importance to this is that law enforcement does not have a duty to protect us. And that's Warren versus Washington, D.C. But I'll touch bases on that more in depth. So until then, you ladies have a great day. Be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings. Have something on you, effective tools for defense. So I just want to thank you and leave out with that note. And once again, please hit that like and that share and that subscribe button. Have a good one, ladies. Stay safe. This will continue. More to come.